Hi. One of the most frequently asked questions to psychiatrists is, what is normal? When does normal end and abnormality begin? Is there a thin dividing line between normal and abnormal? Welcome to Mindscape Matters, a channel to discuss mental health and more. I am Dr. Mohan Raj. I am a consultant psychiatrist based in Chennai, and I'll be your guide as we explore this wonderful landscape together. The question, what is normal, doesn't have a simple answer. It depends on what aspect of mental health are we talking about. There are different answers to different aspects. For today's purpose, we are going to take one aspect, one emotion, that is anxiety, and try to answer what is normal and what is not normal about anxiety. Now, if you have seen an earlier episode called Advantages of Anxiety, we have discussed about normal anxiety in detail there. If you have not seen that episode, please pause this video. I suggest you go and watch that and then proceed. For others, continue watching. In that video, I had mentioned the fight or flight reaction. To understand fight or flight reaction, let's all hop into a time machine and fly back 5,000 years. Now we slowly open the window and look into 5,000 years back. The city is gone. There is a lush green forest. And what do we see? A man is walking. Must be one of our ancestors. And he is walking, we don't know what, we'll just observe him. And as he is collecting fruits, suddenly an animal appears in front of him, a tiger. Now our ancestor has only two options. Either he has to fight with the animal or he has to run away. Now this is called fight or flight reaction. Now does he fight or run away will depend on what animal is it. Is it a tiger, lion, where I think he has to run away? Or if it's a wild boar, he might decide to fight. It will also be decided by whether he has a weapon or is he barehanded, whether he is alone or in a group. Now all these parameters are there, but he will decide in a split second. Now whether to run away or to fight, your body has to be prepared. And let's see how your body gets prepared. As soon as the brain senses danger, it sends a signal to a gland called adrenal gland, which is situated near the kidney. Now the adrenal gland has a function of producing what is called as adrenaline and another hormone called cortisol. Now adrenaline has many functions, including regulating your heart rate, heart rhythm and all, but its most important job is in a crisis like this. When a person is in danger, the adrenal glands pump a hormone called adrenaline into the bloodstream, and this hormone goes everywhere and acts on all the organs. Now adrenaline's action on the heart is, it makes the heart beat faster so that the blood is carried faster to all the organs, and it also constricts the blood vessel. Same volume but constricted vessel means the pressure goes up, and the increased pressure also helps the blood to reach important organs like brain, kidney faster. And adrenaline's action on the lung involve, the airway gets dilated plus the breathing becomes more. This is your lungs' effort to catch as much oxygen as possible. The hemoglobin in the blood will take in as much oxygen as possible so that that can be supplied to the body. Your muscles become tensed. Now your muscles have to be tensed either to run away or to fight. The muscles have to be tensed. And this is one of the reasons people who are fearful get tremors, because your muscles cannot be tensed for a very long time for physiological reasons. So if you suppose I lift a 50 kg weight, what do you think will happen? After some time your hand shakes because the alternate group of muscles will try to contract and relax. That's what happens when your muscles become tense in an acutely anxious situation. You start getting tremors. Your body gets heated up and you sweat. Sweating will try to cool your body, plus sweating also helps to have the grip. And digestion takes a back seat. So all these actions will help our ancestor to either fight with the animal or to run away. So in that way, it's a major protective mechanism. Now let's hop into our time machine and travel back to the present. And what do we see outside? The forest is gone. It's a city out there. The tiger is not there, lion is not there. But what are the new stressors? The new stressors are an exam on Monday, an interview on Tuesday, an appraisal on Wednesday, a presentation to make on Thursday, and an EMI on the 4th of the next month. Now, all these can be perceived as stressors, and once a person thinks, oh my God, exam tomorrow, danger, the brain sends a signal through a place called hypothalamus to the adrenal glands. And the adrenal gland does not know, is it a life-threatening danger or some other danger. All that the adrenal gland does is, it just pumps adrenaline when the signal from the brain arrives. And the adrenaline goes, and as I have discussed earlier, the person who is preparing for an exam and who is anxious, or a person who is about to make a presentation, would have increased adrenal activity and will have palpitation, which is faster beating of heart, breathlessness, muscles being very tensed, and sweating. We have newer version of phones coming in every 6 months. You have 10, 11, 12, Pro, Max, and lot of other varieties. They keep upgrading their phones. Now, with regard to adrenal glands, no upgrade for the last 5,000 years. 5,000 years back, stress, pump adrenaline. Presently, if there is stress, pump adrenaline. There's absolutely no upgrade. Some people get anxious about these bodily symptoms. For example, heart is beating faster. They worry about what's wrong with my heart. Something is wrong, and they go to an emergency. They'll be examined, reassured. They're not very happy. They go to a cardiologist next day. He examines in detail, investigates, and then reassures them everything is fine. And every time they become anxious and they have palpitation, they go to a different doctor trying to get to the bottom of what they have. Same with lungs. Increased respiration, they go to pulmonologist after pulmonologist wanting to find whether something is wrong with them. To our question, what is normal with regard to anxiety? I would say all anxieties are normal. How a person perceives anxiety and how he or she reacts to it is what makes a difference. Now, for example, we talked about a person going to multiple doctors about their anxiety about their bodily function, which themselves are a result of anxiety. One more example would be, when a snake comes into my room, I need to have enough anxiety to walk away from danger. On the other hand, if I panic, run, fall on the steps and break my bones, that's abnormal anxiety. Similarly, if I have an exam and if I'm anxious 6 months or 3 months earlier, that helps me to plan and prepare. On the other hand, if I don't prepare and I get anxious the previous day, it's not going to help me to study. Or worse, if I get anxious while writing the exam, it may not allow me to write. I might know 8 answers. 2 I may not know, but the anxiety about not knowing those 2 answers will mar the entire performance. Sometimes people become anxious about their decisions, and this makes them indecisive and they procrastinate their actions. At other times, if they have anxiety about an open space, crowded space, meeting people, that can restrict their lifestyle and they might be housebound. Anxiety can also interfere with their social and occupational functioning. That is, they won't be able to play their social roles or occupational roles effectively because of anxiety, and they become dysfunctional. And if the suffering and the dysfunction is prolonged, that is also abnormal. Now, in certain instances, anxiety can be a normal response to an abnormal situation. In such situations, we need to focus on the situation, how to change the situation, rather than focusing on anxiety alone. Whatever we have discussed so far has been beautifully summarized in 2 lines by poet Thiruvalluvar many years ago. He says, அஞ்சுவது அஞ்சாமை பேதமை, அஞ்சுவது அஞ்சல் அறிவார் தொழில். I'll translate it for you. Anjuvathu anjamai pedamai means if there is something that you should be fearful about and if you are not fearful about it, that's stupidity. The second line, Anjuvathu anjal arivar tholil. He says if there is something to be fearful and if you are fearful, that is wisdom. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this, please tell 4 of your friends. If one of them will love to watch this in Tamil, tell them the same content is available in Tamil also. Stay tuned because Mindscape matters. Bye.